Welcome, everyone. The ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this. The battle for the national championship and college football immortality. A moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And what a matchup this is. Two survivors of the expanded college football playoff grind. Two of the top 4 seeds when it all began. Both sides have been challenged and pushed all year and through the playoff. Now it's time to find out who can take that final step, as we'll see the number 3 seed in this playoff, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And here's the handoff. Oh, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They'll feed the back again. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
It's 3rd and 6, a challenging spot here on the opening drive. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get to 3rd down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a 1st down. There's another example of it right there.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They've got him at the 48, but that's a 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Backs line up on either side of the quarterback. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Rifles this football to the left. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. And now here comes the point after attempt. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. line getting set up. It's a first down play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. First down, looking to throw the ball. He lets it go on the move. And he pulls in the catch. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
First and 10 now for the offense. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
They look to throw it here on second down. Looking for his back. Finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
See what the call is on first and 10. That's a design quarterback keeper. Slides to avoid the big hit.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. And just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy and keep this quarterback from running.
An inside give now from the shotgun. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Try and muscle for the first down. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down marker.
Well, they tried to grind that out for those 2 yards, and they came up just short. I'm talking inches short. You know the players are going to say, hey, Coach, let's go for it. We can make it. We can make it. It's fourth down in inches. Get behind that line.
And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Navy. You trust their offensive line. That time, the quarterback just sneaks it across.
Yeah, there's no reason to actually make this more complex than it needs to be. Snap. Quarterback gets behind those linemen, gets behind them, finds a little crease, and gets six.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Now they get set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. And they bring him down right at the 20.
This is exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Yeah, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Fighting set. Here's second down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few.
defense taking away the primary receiver, even the second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to make a play deep downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Bama. PAT puts him in front by 7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Receiver makes the catch. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
He's moving out of the pocket now. On the run here. Lets it go. And the pass falls incomplete as time expires in the first quarter. They've already converted once on fourth down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Quarterback drops back, lets it go quickly, and he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. It's a run. Running back's got it. And they're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Comes up with the catch. And he goes down after a solid gain on the play. That's enough for a fresh set of downs for this offense. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. On third and short, they hand the ball off. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Well, they'll try to add the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Navy offense comes back out onto the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in fourth down in their territory and got stopped. Looking for the wideout. Oh, and it's a fumble. Oh, and they pick it up. It's still a live ball.
Wow, the defense makes a huge play. They were able to poke the ball away from the receiver, but the offense was quicker to get to the ball, so they retained possession.
Toss play to the outside. Gets into space at the 50.
That's a football play right there. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Using his legs on the scramble. On the move, trying to scramble for the first down, comes up short.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And it's complete downfield. And he'll go down after a solid gain, more than enough for a first down. The offense now operating in the red zone. And the back gets the football. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And the quarterback dropping back. Pass is going to be incomplete. He was really lucky to avoid the pick there.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense.
What a great route here by this tight end on third down, and the quarterback does a smart thing by looking for the big fella. Who's your best friend on third down? Of course, the tight end, and now we've got first and goal.
He's moving out of the pocket. Nobody open downfield, he just throws it away. See if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mitch Shipman. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. Bringing pressure. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Couldn't find anybody open. Brings up the second down now. Offense showing a bunch formation now. Ball handed off. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a first and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Alabama's offense now lining up on first and goal. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup and put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Another handoff to him on second and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Ball sits at the 2-yard line for third and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to fourth down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance to try to get that touchdown.
And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. It's a short attempt, but from the left hash mark, a severe angle here. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And they add to their lead. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. Comes the Navy offense back out onto the field now. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. Navy is lined up quickly here. And they'll go right back to him on first down.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's a quick grab.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. Forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Navy getting set with a first and 10 now. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. First down, looking to throw the football. He's escaping the pocket now. Quarterback looking to scramble. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and he cannot quite hold on down there in the end zone. Would have been a great pick. Instead, a 3rd down play coming up.
Boy, not only did they drop what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Navy.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're in the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
BT is good. They draw within 3, 24-21. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. First half clock with just 7 seconds remaining for this 1st down play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Quarterback making some changes at the line. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack. And the defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Bring it down after a small gain. They played it safe there on 3rd and long. The minute's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got a man down the middle. Finally brought down after an explosive play for this offense. Big gain.
A lot of times college quarterbacks, they're more comfortable working to the outside. Here's an example of a quarterback with a full field read, and he hits a big play in the middle.
The offense really clicking here. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Some hard running there through a tackle. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Handoff to the back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Can he get there on the ground? It's a fumble, and the defense jumps on the football. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Quarterback still with the football. Got the first down, now looking for more. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
I mean, is this guy a threat or what? I've been so impressed by what he can do watching him this week on film. I was excited to see him get a chance to show what he could do, not just throwing, but watching him make plays like this.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
He'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. And he'll get there. Touchdown, tie. Now the important point after attempt. The extra point makes it a 10-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Navy offense goes back out onto the field. They got into plus territory last time, but the drive ended on a fumble. They got to shake that off immediately. Fires it to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Makes the catch downfield. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
Looks like he's going to run it. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dime.
It's flipped back to the kicker. He's looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch for the 2-point conversion as they continue to cut into this lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Catch made across the middle by the running back. Tackle made after the completion.
Now, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Important second down play coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's running out of time here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big game. This air attack, no problem moving the ball up and down the field today.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more third down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback pre-snap adjustment snap for this defense. Looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
In the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
They need a yard here on fourth down to keep this drive alive. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he finds his target. He has the first. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of one.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is that offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss.
And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
If you're going to throw the ball this close to your own goal line, you got to go with a quick game to get the ball out fast to give your quarterback a chance. Otherwise, consider running the football. Something different from sitting back and holding the ball and giving the defense a chance to come up with a big sack.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Hits the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down. Snap, hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
This one will be fair caught. And here comes the Navy offense back out onto the field now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch in bounds, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
And it's intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Touchdown, Alabama. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Defense is coming after him. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this third quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And he'll set up to throw. Lets him fly to the wideout. And the junior quarterback inaccurate that time. Threw it behind the receiver. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looks to the left, pass caught. Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
Oh, and he can't hold on. A first down screen is incomplete.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Second down play coming up. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Looking to scramble. He's on the run. Launches deep. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
This Navy offense is quickly moving down the field. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Looking to throw yet again. And here comes a deep shot. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. And that one's picked off. What a play. Going the other way. Can they stop him? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Looks left and finds his target there.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Second down after that previous play. And now the handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. That pass is caught. Stopped at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw, and looking for a big play here. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Now it's second down here. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Escapes the pocket. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Looking to throw it on first down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Bama. And now to try here for the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 19-point lead now here in the final quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Offense comes back out onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. He'll take a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. Navy has lined up quickly here. This is turning into a monster day for this quarterback, Kirk. His passing yards now up over 350.
Yeah, and it seems like this defense has tried everything. They're blitzing, they're sitting back in zone, they're trying to double cover certain receivers. Everything that they've tried is, unfortunately for them, not working because of how well this quarterback is seeing it and throwing today.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Pressure is coming. And that's just thrown away. A pretty obvious intentional grounding call. Yeah, here's the marker. Crucial third down play coming up. Looking to chuck it again. Quick throw to his receiver. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. They get him down after a short return. What? Interception. Gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Takes the handoff again. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
First down and 10. The shotgun handoff here. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. The pass is caught. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
They're still trusting this quarterback to make great throws, and why not? He has had a game you dream about in the national championship. Every throw right on the money. He's had time to make great throws, and he is delivered to be, in my opinion, the MVP in the national title.
That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. Well, the coaches kind of expected it to be this kind of game, an offensive show. Who's going to make one more play at the end to get the win, and they did it.
Yeah, you mentioned the coaches. I think we had a feeling that this game had a chance to get into at least the 30s, and we weren't disappointed. These offenses came to play, but you're right. One defense made some plays when they had to, and the other one didn't. Simple as that.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Alabama Crimson Tide.